that pity is the most offensive of feelings. Pity is destruction wearing a mask of sympathy. Pity strips you bare. Pity shrinks. "She's coming," you said. Then, "You have something in your teeth." You watched the man's hand rush anxious to his mouth. In truth, you have not given much thought to tonight. It is too abstract, too easy to bend. The rumors on 12 Building are never worth listening to. One guy came back, pardoned only 10 minutes before the injection, already strapped onto the gurney, and said he'd been tortured for hours. Bamboo stuck up his fingernails like he was a hero in an action movie. Another inmate claimed they gave him donuts. You prefer not to wonder. "It's okay to be afraid," the chaplain said. But you are not afraid. Instead, you feel a nauseous sense of marvel. Lately, you dream you are flying through clear blue sky, soaring over wide swaths of crop circles. Your ears pop with altitude. The wristwatch you inherited back on C-Pod is set 5 minutes ahead. You like to be prepared. It claims you have 11 hours, 23 minutes left. They have promised it won't hurt. They have promised you won't feel anything at all. There was a psychiatrist once who sat across from you in the visitation room in a crisp suit and expensive glasses. She told you things you have always suspected and cannot forget, things you wish you had never heard spoken aloud. By your usual calculations, the psychiatrist's face should have given you more. Usually, you can gauge the proper level of sad or sorry this way. But the psychiatrist was blank. Purposefully so. And you hated her for this. "What do you feel?" she asked. The question was pointless. Feeling held so little currency. So you shrugged and told the truth. "I don't know. Nothing." By 6:07 a.m., your supplies are arranged. You mixed the paints last night. Froggy taught you how, back on C-Pod. You used the spine of a heavy book to crush down a set of colored pencils, then mixed the powder with a pot of Vaseline from commissary. You soaked 3 popsicle sticks in water, saved from the ice cream bars you traded dozens of ramen noodle flavor packets to afford, and worked the wood until it frayed, fanning like the bristles of a paintbrush. Now you set up on the floor by the door of your cell. You are careful to ensure that the edge of your cardboard canvas nestles directly inside the strip of light that beams in from the hall. You ignore the breakfast tray on the floor, untouched since it was served at 3 a.m., the gravy filmed over, canned fruit already swarming with carpenter ants. It is April, but it feels like July. The heaters often run in the summer, and the pad of butter has melted to a little pool of lard. You are allowed a single electronic device. You have chosen a radio. You reach for the knob, a screech of static noise. The men in the surrounding cells often holler their requests, R&B or classic rock, but they know what will happen today. They do not protest when you tune to your favorite station. Classical. The symphony is sudden and shocking, filling every corner of the concrete space. Symphony in F major. You adjust to the existence of sound. Settle it in. "What are you painting?" Shauna asked once, as she slid your lunch tray through the slot in the door. She tilted her head to squint at your canvas. "A lake," you told her. "A place I used to love." She was not Shauna then. Not yet. She was still Officer Billings, with her hair pulled back in its tight, low bun, uniform pants scrunched around the bulge of her hip. She was not Shauna until 6 weeks later, when she pressed her flattened palm up to your window. You recognized the look in Shauna's eyes from other girls in different lives. A startle. She reminded you of Jenny. It was something in her wanting, so vulnerable and unruly.